Hi everyone, welcome to my channel. My name's Noel and I review and unbox subscription boxes here on my channel, and today I am very excited to share with you one of the June premium experiences from Authentic Books that has been sent to me for review. And of course I said one of because if you are not familiar with this fantastic monthly book subscription, there are always 3 titles for subscribers to choose from. Often there's contemporary fiction, a thriller, and a romance. Sometimes we get some different genres sprinkled in there, but that is the usual 3 options. I kind of go back and forth between the contemporary fiction if it sounds really good and the thrillers, because I do love a good mystery, a good thriller. And of course they have 3 different subscription tiers as well. So I have the highest tier here to share with you, that is the premium experience, but let me go ahead and do the rundown on all 3 different options. What's really cool as well is that you have the option to add on items that might be in a higher tier than what your subscription is for. You have the option to add just the book, and I think they even have the option where, say you already have the title in your possession, although these are usually very recently released titles, but maybe you already have the audiobook or you've gotten the title from another subscription or even from your local library, then you can get boxes with just the items that complement your reading of the title. So there is the mini, which is $42 plus $9.99 in shipping. That is going to include the book of your choice, the guide that Natisha writes to go along with it, a beautiful bookmark, as well as a Spotify playlist and a candle that goes along with the theme of the book. And again, the reason these are called experiences is because they are supposed to sort of titillate all of the senses, right? So the book is to go with a sense of sight, the candle, sense of smell, of course the Spotify playlist for the sense of hearing, and then in addition you also get something for the sense of touch. It is usually a self-care or more lifestyle home decor item, which always makes that really fun as well. And then there's always recipes inside of the booklet too for the sense of taste, so that is covered as well, even in the mini boxes. Now we also have our full boxes, which is just a level up at $52 plus shipping. That's going to include everything that is in the mini boxes plus a little bit more along the way of taste. So you get to choose if you want tea, coffee, or a cocktail ingredient, and again there is a recipe in the booklet for that cocktail, so that's always a fun thing to choose. And then of course there's an additional touch item, so 2 touch items in the full boxes, 1 in the mini box, and of course you probably figured it out, in the premium boxes there are 3 touch items as well as an additional taste item, which is going to be some premium chocolate, which is what makes it absolutely worth the $62 price tag in my personal opinion. And if some of you didn't know, we do have a book club here that is associated with the Hi Noel channel. We run it over in the Nobot Nook, which is our private Facebook group, and we have already selected our book for this quarter. We're doing book selections from Authentic Books. It's really fun if you like votes and polls, and you do still have time to join us over in the Nobot Nook if you want to be involved in our 4th quarter selection, which should be coming up pretty soon. So always love to have some people join us for our book club, and it's been a really fun way to support a great independent box as well as read some really fun authors. So let's go ahead and see what it is that I chose, and I will go ahead and show you all of the items. So this is a lovely hardcover novel, which of course we love. It is called Banyan Moon by Tao Tai. I do not think that we got an author's note. If we did, it's not in my box, but that's okay. We did get a lovely signed book plate. I always think that is such a cool touch. And then here is our Spotify playlist with the little QR code, and then here is our bookmark. So on one side it just has Authentic Books branding, on the other side we have a nice quote, and this one says, what flaws will we lift to the light, and which will we bury in the hopes of protecting ourselves and others? So, and I love the silky tassel, nice teal one. So as you can tell, I did go ahead and take everything out of the box because I like to read the books that I share with you from book subscriptions. But look how beautiful the interior of this box is. So it's always nice to have a pretty box, especially if you like to slowly use the contents as you read along. I always enjoy, because there's not necessarily page numbers that go with the items in the box. I always really enjoy when I come across a chapter or even just a simple phrase or sentence where I know what the inspiration for one of the items in the box is. So again, this is what we have as our accompaniment. And then on this page, it tells us all of the items that are inside. So it organizes it now by the senses. So again, we have a sense of sight. We have our lovely hardcover book. Sense of smell, we have our candle. Then we have taste over here. Taste 1 in the full and premium. Taste 2 in just the premium. And then we have our 3 different touch items right here. And then we also have our book cocktail, which is an orange old fashioned, which sounds really good because this book, and I will tell you a little bit more about it, really spans 3 generations of women. It's very cool. It has 3 different voices, and I love sort of, there is a bit of like historical fiction in there as well as a very personal and beautiful story. We also have Story Eats, which is Chao Ga. Of course, I am very bad at my Vietnamese pronunciation, so forgive me, but it kind of looks like a chicken porridge essentially. So that is what that is. It sounds like it's kind of time consuming. And then she always does a little feature of one of the makers, one of the small businesses that has created one of the items in the box. And of course, we also have an editor's note from Natisha, and there is a lot going on over at Authentic Books right now. It says, we're moving. I feel like they just moved into a new space, but they're also going to have a brick and mortar space now too. So it says, we are so excited to make an official announcement in the coming weeks, but Authentic Books is growing and now opening our first retail location. This will be Orlando's only BIPOC woman-owned bookstore. Thrilled to share this journey. As always, I am forever grateful for your support. And there is her lovely smiling face. Love that. All right, you guys. So I don't necessarily have any passages to read for you today because I've been reading this book on the go a lot, so I didn't necessarily make a lot of notes as I sometimes do, but I will go ahead and read the blurb so you get a better idea of what the book is all about. I really thought it was truly beautiful. So let's see what it says. Elle Magazine says it's a riveting mother-daughter tale, which it is, but also grandmother is in there as well. A sweeping, evocative debut novel following 3 generations of Vietnamese American women, revealing the family's inherited burdens, buried secrets, and unlikely love stories. So even though I know it's too easy of a comparison to make because it is the story of Asian women, there is a little like Joy Luck Club flavor in there in terms of the multi-generations, about these sort of hidden romances and stories and like, you know, like things that they just never knew about each other, and the sort of tense relationships that can come from being an Asian American family, because you have all of that spirit of tradition and heritage, but also you're living in a very modern and different environment. So anyway, I really enjoyed it, but I did go ahead and in my mind make that sort of comparison. When Anne Tran gets the call that her fiercely beloved grandmother Min has passed away, her life is already at a crossroads. In the years since she's last seen Min, Anne has built a seemingly perfect life with a beautiful lake house, a charming professor boyfriend, and invitations to elegant parties that bubble over with champagne and good taste. But it all crumbles with one positive pregnancy test. With both her relationship and her carefully planned future now in question, Anne returns home to Florida to face her estranged mother, Huang. So I'm not sure if I'm pronouncing that right, but I'm trying. Back in Florida, Hong is simultaneously mourning her mother and resenting her for having the relationship with Anne that she never did. Then Anne and Huang learn that Min has left both of them the Banyan house, a deteriorating old manor that was Anne's childhood home, in all its strange Gothic glory. Under the same roof, for the first time in years, mother and daughter must face the simmering questions of their past and their uncertain future, while trying to rebuild the relationship without the one person who's always held them together. Running parallel to this is Min's story, as she goes from a love-struck teenager living in the shadow of the Vietnam War to a determined young mother immigrating to America in search of a better life for her children. And when Anne makes a shocking discovery in the Banyan house's attic, long-buried secrets come to light as it becomes clear how decisions Min made in her youth affected the rest of her life and beyond. Spanning decades and continents, from 1960s Vietnam to the wild swamplands of the Florida coast, Banyan Moon is a stunning and deeply moving story of mothers and daughters, the things we inherit, and the lives we choose to make out of that inheritance. So we do get the voice of Min, the grandmother, even though she has passed away. She has a presence, and she's kind of watching what's happening between Anne and her mother Huang. So It's very interesting. I think it's great. She has a lot of secrets. I'm curious to know if you've read the book. Do you think that Anne should have shared all of those secrets with her mother or not? Should she have kept them a secret? I would love to hear what you all thought. But there was a little bit of mystery and intrigue incorporated into the book, which did definitely keep me reading along. I had my hunches about some people. I had some like feelings about some of the characters as well, where I felt like they were maybe forgiven a little too easily or something, but I also appreciated there were some like ways where I felt like it could have been too easy of a closing, and they didn't, the author did not opt to go with the easy ending, which I did actually really like. And I also thought this would make a fantastic movie. I can totally envision it with the different voiceovers and, you know, the flashbacks in different times. I think it could be a really, really fantastic movie. All right. So for our sense of smell, it was an author collaborated candle, which I always think is really cool. I wish we had gotten an author's note that I could share with you, but this is what it looks like. It's called Sea Song, inspired by Banyan Moon. It is 100% soy wax, and of course it is in a lovely box, and they create all of the Authentic Books candles in-house, in addition to putting together 3 boxes every single month and cultivating these relationships with authors. Natisha and her team also create candles for every single box, so I think that is so cool. The scent is Coastal Cedarwood, which I think is lovely. I was wondering, you know, we have a lot of Florida swamp and like Southern Gothic going on in here, so Coastal Cedarwood sounds pretty nice, but there is an emphasis in all these beautiful memories and images of times at the beach. So the beach is definitely a character, as is the Banyan House, and I was like, why didn't they call it Banyan House, and why is it the Banyan Moon? And it's fun how you discover why that is. So this is, ooh, that's nice. So it's very light and fresh. There are a couple little seashells there on the top. And she does talk about collecting seashells at one point for a kumquat. So it says, Sea Song was inspired by salty sea air and fresh cedarwood. Our candles are always hand stirred and poured in the Authentic Books studio using non-toxic ingredients. So I do love that. It smells nice and fresh, not too strong, but it does give you that like beachy vibe, which I am really excited about that scent. That is a lovely one. All right, so then we also have taste number 1. Now remember, taste number 1 is only going to be in the full and premium. Otherwise, if you are just getting the mini box, your taste is kind of the recipe that's included in there. So taste number 1, it could have gotten the cocktail mix, coffee by Sunday mornings, or tea. In this case, it was fresh fruit tea. Ooh, grapefruit and jasmine. That sounds really good. So this is from Mixology. Cute. What a cute can. Look at this zebra. Love this. So of course these like mixers like this are non-alcoholic to start with, and then you can decide if you want to make it an adult beverage or not. You could definitely make a mocktail. This is, let's see, orange old fashioned. Oh, I feel like it's like the cocktail and you don't even have to add anything to it necessarily. Let's see what it says. So it says, directions: with a sweet orange twist and a dash of bitters, our orange old fashioned will remind you why this classic cocktail never gets old. You can sip it for a non-alcoholic drink or add your choice of bourbon or whiskey to make it alcoholic. I will probably do that. I do like a good old fashioned. It says it only has 50 calories, but yum, it's got all those oranges. I love the print on it. That's really cool. So let's see, 50 calories is not too bad. I'm not sure if it says how many ounces. This is 12 ounces, so I guess maybe you just add a shot to decide if you want to add the whiskey or bourbon. All right, so the next item for taste, and remember, taste number 2 would only be in the premium boxes. I'm going to try to do this in the order of the actual pamphlet this time, instead of, sometimes I do it in the order of what you would get in the mini, the full, and the premium. But I'm doing it in order of the senses. This is beautiful, and it totally like goes with this look. This one we've got this zebra. It's kind of a punk rock zebra with a little like pink fedora on. And then this one we have some more like kind of jungly animals. It's a lemon shortbread chocolate bar from Compartes. It's a white chocolate lemon shortbread. So of course, but doesn't that like kind of go together with the animals and the yellow, the pops of color? I think that's really cool. And then of course, that all totally goes with the cover of the book as well. She does a really good job just visually curating this too. So let me see if I can get myself to hold all of this up. Look at how well all of that goes together, you guys. I think that's so cool. What a fun box. All right, so this sounds amazing. Compartes Chocolate, they just do beautiful, beautiful packaging. So Compartes brand new lemon shortbread bar is a feast for the senses, gorgeous packaging with an even more delicious chocolate bar inside. So I'm not usually a fan of white chocolate, but I will say for the summer months, especially with citrus or something, it is really nice and kind of creates that creamy consistency. Some of you know I've been creating my own gelato flavor, and I wanted to do dark chocolate covered macadamia nuts, and I wound up doing white chocolate covered macadamia nuts because it complemented the passion fruit a little bit better. So I do make exceptions for white chocolate. If I'm having just chocolate straight by itself, I like the dark chocolate. All right, now we have 3 more items to talk about, our 3 different touch items. So touch number 1, which would be in all 3 levels of boxes, all 3 levels of experiences, is a lovely Aloe Daily Sheet Mask. Often it is a sheet mask or some other self-care item in the for touch number 1. So this is from Lapkos. It says, brings cool, comforting relief to sensitive and damaged skin. The essence quickly makes itself at home, sinking into skin to help retain moisture and calming your complexion. Yes. So that is touch number 1. Touch number 2 is from Little Moon Essentials, which is just a fantastic brand. I always love seeing them in boxes. Beach All You Want is what it's called. Sugar exfoliant is a tropical getaway made just for you. This scrub is a wonderful way to start your day with a gentle glow or refresh your body for a night out on the town. So again, we have that beach inspiration, which is perfect again for a summer box. So let me go ahead and just read to you. I don't usually have time for this, but today I do. So I'm going to read to you about Little Moon Essentials. It's a bath and body care brand devoted to making high quality natural remedies for the body, mind, and soul. All of our products are 100% natural, cruelty-free, planet-friendly, and handmade with love by our team in the USA. Our mission is to provide natural remedies that improve your physical and emotional well-being so you can feel your best every day. It all started in 1994 in Steamboat Springs, Colorado, when our first product, the seedling that started it all, was created to solve a problem experienced by many, which is eczema. I get eczema. It says, letting go mineral bath was a success, and the seedling grew into a colorful line of over 60 products with all kinds of benefits, and the rest is history. So love their products, absolutely. So let's, just because I love that they got a beachy one, but it's also Little Moon, which sort of echoes the title, which is Banyan Moon. You guys, let's actually have a secret password. It's going to be Moon. Now, if you've never watched my videos, we do secret passwords here. So when you come across a secret password, you want to enter it along with your contact information in the Google form that is listed for you in the description box below. 5 days into the following month, so somewhere around August 5th, I'll use a random number picker to select a few winners to receive a mystery box as my way of saying thank you so much for being a subscriber of my channel and watching my videos in their entirety to find all of those passwords. So basically it is 1 entry per password. There's usually somewhere around a dozen passwords available each month. There's not one in every single video. You do have to be 18 years or older. You do have to have a US or Canadian mailing address. Canadians, you kind of have to help me out with the shipping just because it is a bit of a tedious and expensive process to get those boxes to you. And just as a reminder, it is not in any way affiliated with YouTube or any of the boxes that I open here on the channel. Just my way of saying thank you so much. So today's secret password is Moon. All right, and then finally we have one more touch item which I am very excited about. This is only in the premium boxes. It came in this nice little Authentic Books bag. This is stunning, you guys. I'm so excited. It's a ceramic blue and white Talavera trinket. Live the life you always imagined. So just a pretty ceramic trinket dish. I think it's really pretty. It says, enjoy this beautiful ceramic blue and white Talavera trinket dish. Each premium box will come with one of these 4 dishes. Oh, so they came in sets. Now this is one of those things where I'd love to see if in the shop, if you could get the entire set because they have different sayings. Let me see if I can see what they say. One says choose joy. One says, I'm not sure what that says. I have to like use my, I wish I could like expand it with my finger. So believe in the moment, maybe. And then one says look up. I think one says I'm not sure what that one says. One of them I can't read because my eyes are failing me. I've been spending way too much time on screens, I think, you guys. I think that's the problem. So let's see if I can find it. Believe in today. Believe in today is what it says. So believe in today, but we got live the life you always imagined. And that is such part of the huge part of the story here in this particular book is living the life you imagined, or creating the life that you want and creating that for the generations to come. So let me know if you read it. I know we didn't talk about the book very much, but I feel like this is something that a lot of you will want to read. It was a lovely, enjoyable novel, and as you can see, getting an authentic books box just adds to the experience. Some really quality, lovely products that I was happy to receive. So I hope you all enjoyed this video. If you did, please do give it a thumbs up, and I will see you all very, very soon in my next unboxing.